At the end of yesterday's video, I said I was going to sit down and make a list of categories of videos that I want to make going forward on this channel, just to kind of organize things for my brain, but I thought it'd be fun to share it with you as well so you can know what to expect going forward in this channel. And I will say I don't know how the audio is going to be during this because I don't have any kind of microphone other than what's on the camera, and there are going to be cars going by, so just bear with me on this. I appreciate it. On my list I came up with 10 topics. Of course I could always expand. These are just the things that came to my mind. They're in no particular order, just as I jotted them down. The first one that we'll go over is fitness. That is a big one for me, something that I've been working on for a very long time. Not very well, especially this year. I haven't really done much in that regard. So I thought it'd be fun just to kind of sit down and share my goals with you and then show my progress. And then that's going to keep me accountable going forward. While I make videos about it, I can kind of show you my gains and losses and whatever comes up in the meantime. And I think that could be inspiring to people that are trying to either lose weight or gain muscle. Me specifically, I'm trying to gain muscle. I'd like to put on some weight if I could, and that's not common for most people, but I can at least kind of share my progress with you. The next thing that we'll go over is food. I'm gonna get into food big time coming forward on this channel, and that is in the area of being a vegan. That's something that I read a book on at the very end of last year, and it was like, this totally makes sense, and I've done a terrible job again at doing that. So I'm gonna be sharing my grocery hauls with you. I'm going to be sharing meal prep recipes, things like that, and we're going to do reviews on all the stuff that I make, and I think that'd be a lot of fun just to kind of go with that. And I've had comments from people that are interested in seeing the whole vegan side of things, and some people that have actually converted to vegan, so this could be kind of a whole new chapter and something that I really haven't explored. I've done some food stuff in the past, but nothing too amazing. But now that I'm going to be having a lot more time, I'm going to be the primary food preparer, and it'd be a great opportunity to make videos about it too, so that's going to be fun. The next thing on the list is something that a lot of people said they like to watch on this channel, and that is home improvements, and I have a lot of stuff to do there. I didn't even start with the list because there's so much stuff that I want to do around the house, just some small things, some big things, but either way it would make for good content to share, and I can maybe even do tutorial videos on how to repair certain things, although it'll probably turn out a lot like the Grilling with Greg series where it just turns into a complete disaster, but the entertainment factor of that sometimes outweighs the actual learning experience that comes from it. The thing after that is something that everybody on this channel probably wants to see, and that is pets and animals. We got Roxy, Mellowcat, the chickens, any other animals that come along the way. Of course, I got into bird watching at the end of last year, early this year, and that didn't go so well because a bear took my bird feeder down and drug it into the woods. So my birds are out of luck for now, but I do have some plans on how I'm going to fix that, and that'll make a good video as well. I have all these topics and all these things that I can make videos about, and it just kind of took making a list to kind of reinforce that in my mind. So now we move on to Adventures of Clark. That is a daily thing. There's always something interesting. In fact, you've even seen it in this video already. You saw him going after the bees, and that was a fun experience. So we always have that. I just don't want to become overly reliant on just showing Clark's stuff. It's just, I think there's a time and place for it, but I think too much of that is just that, too much. The next thing is a topic that's a little bit limited, and that is travel. It's going to be mostly during the summer, and now that this summer's kind of passed, we don't have a whole lot of opportunity for that, but you never know where we could end up and what we could do, and it doesn't have to be any kind of extravagant trip. It could be something just to somewhere and to kind of show that, because a lot of people, they live in a lot of different conditions than what we do, and I think people that watch our videos, and I even had comments where people are like, wow, this is crazy because I live in a city and I've never seen a backyard like that. I've never seen places like that, and I think there's value in that. So that's the important thing to remember. Your experience, and this goes for anybody, your experience is unique, and I have to remember this for myself. And just because you think it may be boring, to other people it can be fascinating, and I get comments about that quite often. The extraordinary normal life is exactly what I'm living here. The next thing, and this is kind of tied into my Amazon associates, this would be product reviews. This would be things that we would buy on Amazon that I think would be valuable to do a review on. I've done that in the past, and it actually really helps the Amazon associates earnings. Speaking of that, if you're watching the video, link below if you need anything on Amazon, free to you, and it helps the channel out quite a bit. But if I do product reviews, whether it's pet related or anything else around the house, I can do videos about that and then put the link down there, and sometimes that can really pay off, and it's kind of incredible how that works. The next thing on the list, and this is the broadest of the categories and something that I really want to explore, and that is learning and creating. And you're probably thinking, like, what could that possibly be? Well, I want to get into art. I want to do some photography, and I have some ideas on how to do that as this really loud motorcycle goes by. But I also want to get into, I told you it wouldn't be pretty out here, but I also want to get into music. Not that I have an extreme interest in music, but I want to learn how to make enough music that I can put it in my videos and make my own stuff for my channel. And I was thinking, like, what's the most valuable instrument to learn? It would probably be guitar, but I thought, why don't I make it something unique, and why don't I learn ukulele? Wouldn't that be kind of cool to have some uke music going on in this channel? I think that'd be kind of fun. So we're gonna look into that. I've done some research on that, and it doesn't look like it's very expensive just to get started with a basic kit on that. In other learning and creating, I just have all kinds of like little lists and things of stuff that I want to learn. Chess is one of those things, and any other stuff that comes up. Every day is a learning experience. So learning, I think, is gonna be one of those categories that kind of transcends the other ones. And maybe each day when I make a video, it'll be a variety of these categories. It may not only be the one thing. But just finishing this up, we got seasonal, and that is going to be gardening stuff and yard selling. That's mostly summer related, so it gets a little bit harder for me to create content like that in the winter. But we'll give it a shot. Maybe instead of yard selling, I can do thrift store stuff. That'd be kind of fun, just exploring thrift stores. Maybe we could find some things there and I could turn it into art pieces, or I could modify it, or I could sell it on eBay. You never know what could come of that, and I think that'd be kind of something fun to explore as well. And then the last category on here, which is number 10, and this is the one that I have a big question mark beside, that's video games. Motorcycle again. Videos outside in the summertime definitely don't work out well when there's motorcycles going by. But the video game topic is one that I'm really debating on in this channel, because I don't think the people that are watching this really want to see any video game stuff, just like they really don't want to see any Lego stuff. You can comment on that if you want to, but I have a huge collection of video games. I really like playing games, and Clark is eventually going to get into the age where he's into it as well. I thought it'd be fun to do some videos on that. I might do it as an experiment just to see how it goes, or I might not do it at all, but that's why I put that one down at the end with a question mark on it. That, my friends, is every category of videos that I can think of right now, and a lot of this stuff is things that you've seen before. But again, on these videos that I've been making where I've been asking for opinions, most people say just keep doing what you're doing. This is the reason that I'm watching, and it's because I want to see what I've come to expect. And I think we're going to do a lot of that, but I think we're going to expand into a lot of new stuff as well. And I'm excited about this journey. Again, I'm so happy to have you along. I really do appreciate you watching. If you do anything, take a little bit of time to leave me a comment. I really appreciate it. I try to reply to people when applicable. It's nice to know that there's actual people out there that are watching. So thank you again, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.